Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got a Tumbler video for you today. I don't do a lot of Tumbler videos anymore because most people want the same technique that I have so many videos on, which is print out on vinyl, wrap the vinyl over a color, and done. So I'm trying not to do all of those because it's just the same technique. So you can go back and watch the playlist on how to do them. But if I get a different technique, I'm going to probably do it on a video for you. So today I haven't done this. So Leah has ordered a tumbler, and this is one of the UV DTF stickers I received in Happy Mail recently, and I'm dying to put one on a tumbler, and I'm so glad she liked one of them. This is like a little fairy in a garden. Wasn't exactly what she was looking for, but we couldn't find something exactly what she was looking for anywhere. We checked Creative Fabrica, we went through all the stickers that I had, and she just decided to go with this one. So her two favorite colors were purple and electric blue. And I'm not thinking purple's gonna be great for this one because she's outside. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the blue. And I'm gonna do a glitter background. She said her favorite color was glitter. Wow, so is mine. So I'm going to combine two colors. This is about the most electric blue that I have, and this one is called Atlantic. And I'm gonna sprinkle on some Mermaid Kisses because it's got a hue of purple in there. So I'm gonna give her the best of both worlds. This goes on first because once we put the epoxy on to adhere the glitter, your chunky needs to stick first, and then I'll fill in everything. Most of it's going to be this one. So I did a couple things off camera so you didn't have to hear the terrible noises of my sandpaper scratching my stainless steel. I took 220 sandpaper and I scratched the whole surface and the bottom. And I also filled in this little inlet with UV resin and cured that. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some 99% alcohol. I'm going to wash all that dust off of this before we begin. And then I'm going to spray paint it dark blue. And that is because I don't want any stainless steel to show through. If any, for some reason, glitter, look at how dirty that is. So make sure you clean your tumblers before you start anything. So I'm going to use this color spray paint. I'm going to go outside and spray paint this, let it completely dry. And then if for some reason your tumbler didn't have glitter on it, you will see the blue and not the stainless steel. So let me go get that done, get it dry, and we'll go ahead and get the glitter on. I've mixed up about 15 milliliters of fast set epoxy, which is way too much, but it's really hard to measure small amounts of this. Now you can use Mod Podge, you can use tacky glue, you can use whatever you want. Just you have to be quick with Mod Podge because it dries so fast. So I don't like that. So I'm going to use my epoxy today. So it's hard to get under the camera. I'm just gonna a really thin coat all over this. Like I'm talking thin. It's just gonna act as the glue. I'll probably use like 5 milliliters total because I don't want a heavy amount. Now, one good thing about spray painting underneath, it doesn't have to be a perfect job because it's going to be covered. So don't freak out if you're not a good spray painter. It doesn't matter. You just get a good coat on there. It doesn't matter if it's running, nothing. And I did a pretty good job on this one, but sometimes I don't do a very good job, but it doesn't really matter unless it's like going to be a background for the tumbler, then you obviously need a pretty good job. Okay, now I got epoxy all over this. I'm just going to get a little bit more at the top here and just wipe it all down. Then I'm going to take my glove off so I can work with the glitter here. Get this off, get off of me, move that. So get a piece of paper and I'm going to actually pour it on the paper because I just want a little bit of this one. I don't want a ton because I want most of it the other blue. I'm just going to go over the whole thing because I don't know positioning of that sticker yet. I'm thinking the bottom, but not 100% sure. So then take your paper and save your glitter and just pour it back into your jar or whatever you're keeping it in. I've got to go put this down. So get yourself a new piece of paper or clean it off really well, which is what I did. And then I'm just going to dump the rest of this blue everywhere else onto the cup. And if you need to pick it up and reuse it, you can. If you don't have enough, like immediately, just try to do it over your scrapbook paper or your scrap paper so you can save your glitter and reuse it. Now this isn't a holographic, so I'm not too concerned about burnishing it down onto the cup. I do want it everywhere though. So everything, all that chunky glitter, like I said, is going to adhere first. This is just going to fill in all those extra spots that I didn't get. Make sure you get your rim really good and your bottom really good. You can even stick it down into your paper for the bottom. And then I'm just going to pat it. Try to lay it down. I'm not going to rub it like this like I do holographic. It doesn't have the same effect to lay it down and burnish it in. So this one is just going to be the color with no holographics. But you want to lay everything down because it will hold a lot more of your first coat of resin if you don't do this. And you're going to have a lot more sanding. And you can kind of see it from the side if anything's sticking up, which is what I'm looking for. And I'm not touching any epoxy. All I'm touching is glitter, so it's not like hazardous to my health or anything. That looks pretty decent. And then before I put glitter on, once this is cured, I don't think, yeah, I just did that over my paper, so I do have some little pieces of chunky glitter in here, but that's okay. We'll pick them out later. Everything looks pretty good. You can just sprinkle on in the parts that you think you missed. I'm just gonna let this spin for a couple hours, make sure it's completely cured, completely dried, looking pretty. And then we'll get our first coat of epoxy on. It is dry. And if you had an ombre effect, which I do not, so I'm not going to brush off any excess glitter, but if I had an ombre effect going from one color to the next and I don't want the glitter to travel with the epoxy, you need to wipe off all the excess glitter that's going to come off right now. Otherwise, it's going to travel when you put your epoxy on. So I mixed up 30 milliliters. It's probably going to take close to all of it, I'm guessing. It's been a long time since I put resin on a non-burnished in glitter, so we're gonna find out, and it might take 2 coats before I can put the actual sticker on, but again, we'll just see how it goes. I always get it on the bottom really well, and then I work my way up the sides, and then I go back and forth and get all the bubbles out too with your torch. But this kind of soaks up. When you have glitter on like this, and it's not burnished in like holographic glitter is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a whole playlist, and you can see what I'm talking about, the difference in the glitters. So if you're laying the glitter down flat, which I did not do on this one, it doesn't take as much resin. So this one is not laid down flat, which means it's going to soak it up. And I hope I made up enough because this sets up really fast. It should be good. And yeah, it's going to take the whole 30 milliliters, which is not normal. So the next coat won't take nearly as much. It's kind of like drywall, sucking up your first coat of paint. And that's how this is when it's not laid down flat. And I'm going to guess it's probably going to take a second coat maybe prior to putting down that sticker. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it all on. Make sure it's everywhere. You don't want to put a sticker on a bumpy surface. If anything's sticking up after this is cured, then take your sandpaper and knock it down. And then put another coat on. That looks really good. Let me get my glove off. I'm just gonna torch the bubbles out. And I will put a second coat on before I come back and do the sticker with you guys. Because I can already tell that it's gonna need that. It's got 2 coats on it, completely cured. I did go through and scratch it up with some sandpaper before I turned you back on. So I've got this sticker out, and I think I'm gonna place it like right about here. I'm not gonna go all the way to the bottom, because I kind of want a little bit of a bottom edge there. So I'm just gonna peel this off a little bit, not a lot. Although, I think I get one try with this because it is so extremely sticky that I have to get this right the first time. Gosh, I hope I get this right the first time. Let me try something. I'm gonna cut off just a little tiny bit. Actually, I have just the corner taken off, to be honest with ya. I'm gonna just put that corner on and wrap it and make sure that the line looks straight all the way around at the bottom. And it does, so that's good. Okay. Now I'm just gonna peel the rest of it off and go slowly. And I'm gonna rub it down with my hand at the same time. So this has 2 sides you need to take off. You need to take the back off, and then we need to take the front off. And it does need to be pressed down pretty hard. I also am gonna put her name on, and I put my directions on how to take care of it on the bottom already with my name on it. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going crooked. I think I am. And I can't take it off, so I need to make a few adjustments somehow. So, welcome to washi tape world. Yeah, that is definitely crooked. And I don't have a second chance. So I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I thought I checked it. It is so off. Oh no. What can I do? What can I do? Double check and triple check these, you guys. This is... You can't get it off. You got one shot at these. This is the first time I'm using one of these, so I'm not too thrilled about that. It must have moved when I'll have to rewatch the video. It must have moved when I pulled that backing off, because I know it was straight. Oh my gosh. All right. So we're going to add a nice thick. I wonder if I can score it. Let me come up with a plan, you guys. Were you freaked out as much as I was? Would you like to see my recovery? I think it's pretty good. Actually, I'm glad it happened because it created a happy accident. This is my recovery. So I took a thick, wide, black glittery washi tape and a green glittery washi tape to go with the cup, because I knew that the name, which I did off camera so I could bring it closer to myself and not do it to the name, I did it all the way around the bottom and made the bottom completely level, and then I added a strip all the way around the top. The only problem with my green tape was it was no longer sticky at all. So I cut it to size. I grabbed my bonding resin and my UV light, and I just cured it on the seam. So now it's not going anywhere. So I'm just going to seal all this in. This is my sticker on the bottom with my name and the washing instructions and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead, stick it over on the tumbler turner, and we're going to put a sealer on there, and then we're going to finish this one up. Oh my gosh, was I ever worried. But honestly, I love the way this looks now. Otherwise, it was going to be missing something. So again, happy accidents. I use this sealer here. I will link it in the description. Anytime I use washi tape or my stickers on the bottom, I lightly dab these stickers because I have had them run. The ink has run in the past, so I'm not too happy with that, but what am I going to do now? So I'm just going to seal this entire cup, mostly the washi tape. Even though I UV resined it down, I'm still going to seal it in because the black one I didn't really do anything. I'm going to seal everything. I'll have to scratch that off. It's a piece of paper. The name, everything in there so it doesn't move under the resin. If it moves under the resin, you have a bigger problem than I already just solved. And I don't want to solve any more problems on this one. Once is enough. So I'm just gonna go, this dries in like 20 minutes. And this is made by the same resin that I use for my tumblers. So I think they really go together well because I don't ever get fish eyes after I use this sealer. So everything looks good. You just need a thin coat and it's not toxic. You don't even need gloves if you don't want to wear them, but I did. All right, I'm gonna let that cure. I will probably put you on a fast forward for coating it. I'll probably do 2 coats of resin and that should be it. We'll see where we're at after 2 coats. She's all done and ready to package up, so it took a total of 2 coats over the stickers. Everything looks so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. The stickers on the bottom. So we're just going to clean it up. So I'm just going to take my craft knife and take any resin that is around the rim off. Sometimes it gets on the inside. Plus we have all the spray paint that got on the inside. That's good. I'm just going to grab a paper towel and some acetone. I'm going to clean out the inside with some acetone, get all that blue spray paint off. And then I will take it to the kitchen and clean it with a magic eraser on the inside before I send it off to them so it is 100% clean and ready to use. Leah, I hope you like it. I hope it's kind of what you envisioned. I know we couldn't find exactly what you wanted. She had all these ideas in her head, and to combine them, I could not find something to combine them. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching another Tumbler video. I've got an entire playlist of multiple different kinds of techniques. So not just stickers, I do fabrics, peekaboos, I've done shaker ones, snow globe ones, I guess you could call them. So there's a whole playlist on there. So check them out, and thanks for joining me. I will figure out something cool tomorrow, and we'll see you then. All right, bye everyone.